Hello! Hopefully a quick follow-up for my review on the Lionsteel ck02 Bolus. So these are my knives, and I've done another video describing all the fits, trims, dimensions, stuff like that. What this is, it's a revisit after I've carried the knife exclusively for 2 additional weeks. So I've owned the knife for 2 weeks, then I took a break carrying other knives, and I came back to this knife for another 2 weeks. So I have 2 of these. These are both in the Otnat Spearjack configuration. This one in the ram's horn came perfect. Perfect centering, perfect sharpening, everything about this knife was perfect out of the box. So I'm not going to talk about that knife. What I will talk about is this knife. So this is the red linen micarta version of the knife. Starting with what I did like about this knife, and I said I was going to do this in another video, just taking off the scales is very simple. You can, if you're a handy person, you could swap out the scales with anything you want. If you have extra wood around or exotic materials like ck02, you could make your own scales fairly easily and have your own very custom version of the knife. So to that end, I would say if you're interested in doing that, just get the cheapest version of the ck02 in the blade shape you like, and then just have fun modding. So this is the scale material. The red linen micarta and other synthetics have that chamfering on it, so it's going to be yeah, like that. And then you can see the internals here. So the internals are quite nicely done, nice polished titanium liners with a steel spring bar. The spring bar is riveted into place and you cannot remove it unless you drill it out, but then you have to rivet it again. Then the over travel stop pin, and then the lanyard pin, I forget the term for it. Basically it's a stick of material that they will mill around the side, and then they'll put that, sandwich it between the 2 liners, and then they're going to rivet it into place. So these guys are not removable. That's it. So in terms of like, well, what's so great about it? You can't, it's like any other slip joint. But the pivot is a T8. So you can, with 2 T8 drivers, you can put it in there, twist it as you need to, and you can either tighten or loosen this however you like your slip joints to be. So I like mine, there's the half stop. I like mine a little bit tighter, so you can see it's like halfway between the half stop and the closed position before it actually gives. So that's the amount of tightness I like on my knives, and I can dial that in. Or I can just have it alligator shut from the 50%. You can have it so just the light finger press will make it slam shut. However you want, you can do that. So I like that a lot about this knife. And some very old slip joints I have, they're a little bit loose, lots of blade play. You can correct blade play because of that. So I absolutely love that you can modify, tune the pivot on this guy. The other thing is, I wish that this was just a drop-through kind of pin. If you want to change the lanyards, you're going to have to cut or untie your lanyard, thread a new piece of material through, and tie it off. Not a big deal, but that is what it is. The lanyard I also didn't mention in the previous video. This is just a piece of cotton shoelace material. It's nothing exotic. It's not paracord or something like that. It's just shoelace material, and it does smell kind of funky after using this knife in the kitchen for like small food prep and vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. It does. I do not like having a lanyard on there anymore. When I first got this knife, I said, that's neat, I like having a lanyard, that's cool. And now I don't like it as much because of that. It's just not great. Anyway, it does help with getting the knife in and out of the pocket, retrieving it. The lanyard is great for that. So that's the internals. Little things I noticed, fit finish. The knife isn't like doing anything weird with like no blade plays developing after I set the pivot how I liked it when I first got the knife. Everything's settled. The micarta seems to be darkening more and more over time as micarta does, so I like that about the knife. It's aging, it's patinaing quite nicely. The next thing is the blade. So M390. In general, I don't like M390. I am not a great sharpener, and I found that M390 needs diamond stones. I have Chosera stones, like the Japanese water stones, for freehand sharpening, and it takes forever to do anything to M390 for me. And then I also have the Sparko Sharp Maker, which also doesn't do good on M390. So I borrowed a Wicked Edge from a friend, and the original video, you could see that this guy on this side of the knife was a very oblique angle. And then on the other side of this side of the blade, it was very inconsistent and wobbly. So it was kind of like oblique, like 27, then it would pitch in on this side to be about 20, then it would pitch out again. It was very weird sharpening on one side, and it was just consistently very oblique on the other. So it was very nice and slicey for paper out of the box, but then as soon as I hit cardboard or anything, the edge just kind of rolled and didn't do anything. So after I put it on the wicked edge, I did a 20 degrees, so I brought them both in to a 20 degree on either side, 40 degrees inclusive. I did the wicked edge 200, 600, 800, 1000 progression. And then after that, I did the Spyderco Sharpmaker fine white rods and the just a strop with some paste on there. And the edge is very stable now. So I'm very pleased with how this edge works now. So this is like 2 weeks of use doing a whole bunch of stuff like cardboard, diaper boxes. The camera is very close, so I can't really cut properly, but you can see that it does indeed cut now. I'm just going to choke up a bit so I don't hurt myself. So you can see like it's doing quite well. So there's that, and then a bit of a knot there, but anyway. So you can see it's quite bitey into the wood. A little bit of scraping, prying on wood. This blade is holding up to all of that kind of stuff. So just having fun with the knife, pretending you're a naughty boy in the woods. The edge is fine. It has no problems whatsoever. So I am quite pleased with that. There is a lot of controversy with Lionsteel and their heat treat a little while ago, and I think that they are paying more attention to the heat treat on their knives now, and I'm pleased with that. So I haven't done any imperial testing with like linear inches, linear inches of cardboard being cut. I haven't done that with this knife, but my gut feel is that it's working fine. So I have no problems with this knife anymore. So that was it. The out of the box again. This knife needed a lot of work. This knife came absolutely perfectly. This guy was quite a bit off center. There was a little bit of marring on this blade that I polished off, and then the blade was off, the grind was off. But if you're willing to put in the work, it's great. Other than that, what can I say? I absolutely love the knife. Compared to the ck01 and the ck02, I still like the ck01 a little bit better, but I'm very happy with my purchase of the ck02. I really like the design for the kick or the tang. It doesn't bother me on any of my more traditional slip joints, but I really do like this dehorned streamlined design. It's fantastic in the pocket, out of the pocket. So no regrets, absolutely love these knives, and take care. Have a good night.